Hello guys, today I will be showing you how to connect GNS3 to your physical internet access on your host machine. That is, GNS3 would be able to communicate with your internet through your router, or to your router through your network interface card. Okay, so I've started GNS3 because I don't want to make the video long. So the prerequisite you need to have to follow this tutorial is to have your GNS3 installed. If you don't know how to install GNS3, kindly check the internet, YouTube, or you comment in my down in the comment section, and I would be able to teach you how to install GNS3. It's so very simple. Also, you'll notice that when I started GNS3, my VM also started because I linked GNS3 VM with my GNS3 application. So GNS3 advised that we should always create a topology on the GNS3 VM instead of your local server. But any of them will work, okay? But for efficiency or for best performance, they advise you create a topology on the GNS3 VM. Now, with this box I'm having in front of me, I need to create a new project, okay? So I'm going to call this new project. Okay, you can give it any name, okay? You just want to demonstrate how you can connect your GNS3 router to be able to talk to the internet. You can browse Google, you can ask, you'll be able to reach the internet. That's pretty what it means. So before working on GNS3 here, what we need to do, one thing is to go to your internet or your NIC, your internet settings on your adapter page. It's necessary we create a loopback. Now I'm going to show you how to create a loopback right now, but I decided to create the loopback already before now because I've encountered problems most of the times when I create a loopback and I don't restart my system. When I'm connecting it in GNS3, I'm going to get error. So it's always advisable that once you finish creating your loopback interface, you restart your computer, okay? That's why I'm not going to delete this loopback, but I can show you how to create a loopback. Okay, so this loopback was created just some minute ago, and I restarted my system. So to create a loopback, guys, it's very simple. Right click on your PC, go to manage, you go to device, even without going to device manager, but let me just show you on device manager under network adapter that we have the loopback here created. You can delete, uninstall it. I'm not going to do this because if I uninstall and create a new one, I would have to restart my system, and I'm doing a live recording, so I'm not going to delete it. But to create a loopback, you go to action, you go to add legacy hardware, you click on next. You're going to choose the second option that says install the hardware that I manually select. Click on next. Then you scroll down to the network adapters. You click on next. In the list provided, you look for Microsoft, and because this is a Microsoft Windows PC, and you locate the loopback adapter KM Microsoft, okay? You click on it. I can have multiple loopbacks here. Click on next, you click on that, or it's going to appear. I don't want to create extra, so I'm going to just cancel. But this is pretty much how you create a loopback adapter, okay? So I'm going to cancel. So I have a loopback already, but one thing I need to do before I go to GNS3 is this loopback needs to be connected to my Wi-Fi. Now, I wouldn't need this loopback if I was connected directly using LAN or using a cable to my router or to my local area network. I will just use my local area my local area network to connect directly to GNS3. But because I'm using a Wi-Fi network adapter, this may not work connecting to GNS3 to access the internet. So what I've done is to make sure I have a loopback, and I need to share this Wi-Fi to this loopback. So whatever happens is, as I'm trying to browse or access the internet from GNS3, this is going to be like the intermediary, but I'm going to get internet access through my router. Okay, now how do you do that? I'm going to right click on my Wi-Fi, I'm going to click on properties, I'm going to click on sharing and allow other networks user to connect through this computer's internet access or connection, and I choose my loopback interface and I click on OK. That's pretty much you need to do here, guys. Now it's shared already, but you may not see it. I need to refresh this Explorer here and you can see it shared. Now this guy is having an IP address now. How do you know that? You double click on it and I can click on details, and you know, I've been assigned the 192.168. do you understand? Now okay, let me just show you. Let me check properties, TCP IP4. Look at the IP it gave me. It has removed it from IP automatically and created a static IP. So this may be serving as the gateway through which my router will connect to the internet. Okay, so just like, you know, NAT for instance. So having that done, my loopback is connected to my Wi-Fi. So we go back to GNS3, and we need to just bring out a router, okay, and a cloud. That's just it, on the cloud. This would be on the local server. I'm not going to use the VM. I want this cloud to be on my local server, which is this desktop here. Now with this cloud here, all I need to do is to right click or double click and click on configure. I'm going to remove this internet, this Ethernet 2. I'm going to delete it. Now I need to choose, but you notice this is not allowing me to click, so I need to show some special Ethernet interfaces, you know, in GNS3. So here I can choose. I would have used Wi-Fi to just connect directly, but like I told you, it may not work. So using the loopback interface will solve the problem. So I'm going to add it to the list here. You can add more if you think you want to add any other adapter. This is just fine. I'm going to click on OK. Now I'm going to click my connector, add one interface here, and I add it to my loopback here. Now let's wait for it, and that's it, guys. Now once again, please, when you create your loopback, restart your system before you come to GNS3. If not, you're going to be getting error when you connect these two together, because the loopback interface you created has not synced with the system. Okay, so that's, now I think I'm okay. I was running this tutorial, I was creating this live session, and I was stuck because I discovered I didn't restart my system and I had to start this all over again, guys. So take note of that. So with these guys, all you need to do is to start up the devices, everything, and turns green. Okay, my cloud is okay now. But what we want to do, guys, what we want to achieve here is that my router would get IP address automatically from the router. Okay, don't forget, this cloud has been simulated, and this cloud is connected directly to my loopback to my Wi-Fi card. And once I get IP from this internet, I would be able to browse the internet. That's what we were saying in essence. So I'm going to open my command prompt on putty. But before then, guys, let me show you something. Okay, I'll do that later. Now it's assumed you know how to use the command prompts. If you want a tutorial on this, I'm going to show you. So currently, if I do my show IP interface brief, okay, I can see my interfaces, the two interfaces that this router is having, fast Ethernet 00 and fast Ethernet 01. IP address currently is unassigned, on set, method is on set. By the time we get assigned now, this is going to be DHCP, and if it's manual, it's going to be manual. Okay, currently the status is administratively down, meaning this interface has been shut down by default. We're going to bring it up now. Then the protocol is down. Definitely, if the interface is down, we don't expect this protocol to be this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is to go to global config mode, and I enter into the interface I want to go into interface 0/0. Why I'm not going to fast Ethernet 0/1 is because I'm connected on this link of 0/0. Okay, so I don't need 0/1. So entering this interface, guys, I need to shut down the interface first. Let me shut down. I do no shut, which is no shutdown. The interface has been shut down. Okay, still there is no IP assigned. I can, from global config mode, I can use my do privilege that will enable me to run some commands that are in privilege mode, which normally I can't run here. But with the do in front, I can do my do show IP interface brief. And you see the status is up now, but I have unassigned IP and the method is unset. So what you would do normally if you want to assign an IP is to use the IP address, then maybe I say 10.1. or 10.0.0.1 to 55.255.0. This is the manual method of assigning IP. But I want this router to get an IP automatically. Okay, so I'm not going to do manual. I'm going to do IP address DHCP. Okay, once I press enter key, you wait for some minutes or seconds, you should get an IP address that will be assigned automatically. Okay, guys, can you see what I'm talking about? DHCP address assigned, interface assigned DHCP address 192.168.137.109, max 254, max /24 cider. Okay, so with this, if I do my do show IP interface brief, and we see that I have the method DHCP and I have my IP address assigned. This should be able to ping the gateway. Are you with me now? The gateway that would enable me access the internet. My gateway should be the NIC of the loopback I created, which is having 192.168.137.1. So I can ping. I can also use do, because I can't ping from global config mode or interface mode. I have to go down to privilege. So instead of going, just go back to privilege by typing end. From here I can ping 192.168.1.137.1. Okay, let me see if I can ping that. Oh, good, guys, can you see it? I'm having 4 out of 5, 80%. Don't forget, the first will always fail because it's trying to do app address resolution protocol, trying to know the MAC address of that guy. Okay, if I do show MAC address, okay, let me look at this. Show MAC address, incomplete command, guys. I need to show show the interface brief. Okay, so with this now, guys, I've been able to ping, but look at it now. If I ping, oh sorry, this is, don't mind me, this is a router. Okay, show app, I should do that on the switch. So this is the router. Okay, this is a layer 3, and I have my one. You can see the MAC address of that device, and this is the MAC address of my. Now let's look at it. Let me look at it. Show interface. Now this interface, let's compare this MAC. Can we see this, guys? This is the MAC address here. So this is the interface here, having it MAC. But this MAC you see here is the interface on the loopback. Now let's see if we can ping from my system to ping. What's the IP address? 109. So on my physical machine, I open my command prompt, and let's see if I can ping 192.168.137.109. Oh guys, can we see this? My router is reachable. I can ping my router. So back to this, can I ping the internet? Can I ping google.com? Guys, this is host or address protocol not running. So what it means is there is no app, there is no address resolution. There is no DNS, so to speak, because this system needs to resolve to an IP address. Okay, this google.com is just a name, but when the DNS is enabled, it would be able. Okay, let me ping 8.8.8.8. You can see Google DNS is reachable because it's just an IP, but I need to ping IP and not names. Computer don't understand this, they understand numbers, but we humans understand and keep letters in our memory. So that's why the DNS is important. If we just imagine you have to remember all these numbers 192 when you want to go to Facebook or you want to go to any website. So that's the essence of DNS. Now this, how do we let this computer know that it needs to look for the IP address of google.com? By using this name server google 8.8 and go ask what's the IP of google.com. So in this case now, I need to do what we call IP. Okay, before we do that, let me show you my running config. When you look at my running config, I can see that the this domain lookup is set, has been negated or is set to no. So I need to enable this to make sure that the IP domain lookup, that is this router, can look up domain and check for the IP. Are you with me now? Also okay, I think that's pretty much it what I need. So I just need to do IP domain. Sorry, I need to do that in global mode. IP domain lookup. Okay guys, with this I can go back and ping google.com. Guys, you can see it's translating. It's gotten the IP. It's going to first of all go to my router's interface, because that loopback is serving as my router in this case, going to the internet through my Wi-Fi, and it's been able to resolve google.com and get it. Guys, you understand? Do you understand? So that's it. You need to run this command IP. So if you needed the name server that would help you do that, you can do call IP names. So you need to go to config mode, guys, and do your IP name server. Okay, then you put the domain, the server IP address you want to, and that's all. So guys, that's it. I can ping any website I want to, using yahoo.com, and we see guys we should get a response 5/5%. So I think guys we've come to the end of this. This is how to connect your GNS3 to the internet. Created a router, created a cloud, got my nick into this by adding this loopback that has been created on my physical machine. When I check it, it's going to appear in GNS3 and I can use it to connect. Don't forget also to share your Wi-Fi internet access with your loopback. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. If you need me to do any other video, please comment in the comment section or drop a message, and please like and share my video. I really do appreciate your time. I will be doing more videos, but you need to encourage me by liking and sharing this video if you like it. I'll see you guys some other time. Do have a lovely day. I remain Mickey Parry. Bye for now.